As your plane descends towards Santiago, Chile, gaze out of the window at the majestic Andes, towering sentinels cloaked in eternal snow, their jagged peaks piercing the brilliant blue sky, a breathtaking reminder of the Earth's raw power. This awe-inspiring range, the spine of South America, cradles the city like a natural fortress, where ancient Mapuche warriors once roamed and Spanish conquistadors forged a colonial legacy. Feel the thrill as the runway beacons, promising bustling markets, world-class wines, and the pools of the metropolis reborn from earthquakes and revolutions. Touchdown in paradise. Your Chilean adventure begins right now. From Santiago Airport, take the Centro Puerto or tour bus shuttle right to Pajaritos metro station. Super easy, just 25 minutes and $2. From there, Line 1 whisks you directly to the heart of the city. No cash needed. Tap your contactless bank card or phone to pay fares instantly. Fast, cheap at just 800 pesos, and you're there. Here I am on Avenida Libertador Bernardo O'Higgins, Santiago's grand main artery, once called the Alameda, stretching like the city's beating heart to its core. Flanked by palm trees and majestic neoclassical buildings, this 4-kilometer boulevard hums with life. Vendors hawking fresh empanadas, office workers rushing by, and tour buses weaving through the chaos. Named after Chile's independence hero Bernardo O'Higgins, it echoes the nation's revolutionary spirit, from 19th century parades to modern protests that shape democracy. My favorite escape awaits, Cerro Santa Lucía. This rocky hilltop fortress rises like a green sand amid the urban sprawl, dating back to 1541 when Pedro de Valdivia claimed it for the Spanish. Nestled in the heart of Santiago, Cerro Santa Lucía stands as a lush urban oasis, a rocky hill transformed into a romantic retreat since the 19th century. Climb its winding paths past fountains, statues of explorers, and hidden grottos, each step unveiling layers of Chilean history etched in stone. Whether you're a history buff or just chasing sunsets, this free gem invites quiet reflection and Instagram goal.
This is hill named Santa Lucia in the downtown of Santiago. So you could see all the beauty all around me. Look, it's all green, even though it's fall.
Breathe in the eucalyptus scented air as the parakeets chart overhead. This is Santiago's soul, where history whispers and nature reclaims the concrete jungle. Cerro Santa Lucía, Santiago's secret skyline escape.
Yes, this is Santiago, Chile.
Paseo José Victorino Lastarria, the heart of Santiago's bohemian neighborhood. As you walk down this lively pedestrian stroll in Barrio Lastarria, you will find colorful cafes, independent bookstores and art galleries tucked between historic facades. The air fills with the scent of coffee and fresh bread, while street musicians and local artists add a creative soundtrack to your stroll. On weekends, the Paseo turns into the open-air market, where vendors sell handmade crafts, vintage goods, and local delicacies. This is more than just a street. This is a living cultural stage where Santiago's past and present meet in a single photogenic block. As I stroll down Esmeralda, the air hums with Santiago's colonial charm. Narrow cobblestone streets whisper secrets of the 18th century, lined with pastel facades and wrought iron balconies overflowing with flowers. Suddenly, the Posada del Corregidor appears, a gem from 1730, once a royal judge's inn, now a boutique hotel. Turning left onto Diagonal Cervantes, the path widens into the gentle slope toward Iglesia de Santo Domingo. This 18th century Baroque beauty rises with twin towers piercing the Andean sky, its facade carved with saints and angels. Just across, the Bomberos de Santiago station stands proud. Volunteers in red helmets guarding the neighborhood since 1867, their brass pole gleaming like a sentinel. The crescendo arrives at Plaza de Armas, Santiago's beating heart. Founded in 1541 by Pedro de Valdivia, this sprawling square pulses with life. Plaza de Armas, originally called Plaza Mayor, was laid out by architect Pedro de Gamboa following Spanish colonial urban planning, surrounded with the key institutions like the Cabildo, Governor's House, Real Audiencia, the original church.
Finally, guys, I arrived to the central square here in Santiago downtown. This is Plaza de Armas.
Recent studies suggest it may overlay an ancient Inca settlement, adding layers of pre-colonial intrigue. Renamed after an indigenous attack just months later, it evolved from a military parade ground to a bustling market in the 17th century, modernizing in the 19th with paving, fountains and statues like the equestrian Pedro de Valdivia at the center. This bronze giant, sculpted in 1963 by Enrique Perez Comendador, towers 16.5 feet high and immortalizes the conquistador as Chile's first royal governor who founded the city in 1541. The square is framed by neoclassical gems, the stunning Catedral Metropolitana with its intricate interiors, the Gran Correo Central, the National History Museum, and the Municipalidad de Santiago. Behold the Catedral Metropolitana de Santiago, Chile's sovereign beacon of faith in Plaza de Armas. Born from ruins of earthquakes and fires since 1541, this neoclassical masterpiece with Baroque grace and Gothic echoes rose in 1748 and completed around 1800 with later 19th century updates. Here stands Santiago's Correo Central on vibrant Plaza de Armas, built in 1882 atop the old governor's palace. The majestic National History Museum stands as the time capsule of Chile's epic saga. Housed in a neoclassical gem built in 1840, it chronicles everything from pre-Columbian cultures and Mapuche warriors to independence heroes like Bernardo O'Higgins. This iconic fountain, originally installed in the 19th century, replaced an earlier water source and honors Simón Bolívar, the liberator of Latin America. The Monumento a la Libertad de Americas, Chile's first independence monument. This elegant marble sculpture, crafted by Italian artist Francesco Orsolino in 1827, depicts Minoro breaking the chains of the indigenous women, symbolizing America's liberation from colonial rule. Today, Plaza de Armas is a lively hub for street performers, artists, chess-playing elders, and markets in nearby arcades selling Chilean crafts. Underground, the Plaza de Armas metro station connects lines 3 and 5, keeping it central despite Santiago's northward growth. Perfect for a minute stroll amid history and energy.
Guys, if you really like my video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Like this video, leave the comments. I will be really appreciated.